What's up, everyone out there? How you doing? This is Lewis, the Fighter G, coming back at you guys. Talk to you guys about the upcoming fight on April 28th for Bernard Hopkins and Chad Dawson too. As always, I'm gonna ask you guys to throw some comments out of me. I definitely want to hear from you guys. You know, we are all the voice. See what's out there. Let's just dive right into this right away. See what we got here. We got on one hand, we got the champion, Bernard Hopkins, the legend. You know, for whatever reason, he's defying time and he's still sticking around. And on the other hand, we got a young, still hungry Chad Dawson. Very strong young guy coming up the ranks. Just about beat everyone except for that one fight. I think it was Luce Bote. I'm not too familiar with his one loss. Nor do I really care about it. Chad Dawson wasn't really big at the time. He's coming in now and he's fighting Hopkins again. Who do we favor in this fight? Who you guys think is the big favorite in this fight? I want to take Hopkins' legacy and put it to the side. Hopkins beat all the legends as well. He's a living legend. He's definitely going into the Hall of Fame. The guy is phenomenal for his age. This dude is just retarded. Puts in work to keep in shape. The guy's a beast. Even at the age that he's in, the guy is a beast. We can't take that away from Hopkins. However, you know, Father Time does show up any given time, and you know, you can't define the hands of times when it comes down to Father Time. And Hopkins is definitely walking around right now with his beard looking a little whiter and grayish than normal. So that's a big factor. With that said, let's take his legacy and the people he beat to the side. Let's say Chad Dawson. Let's just take whoever he beat and everything to the side. Let's base this fight on the last fight that was it. Who was hungry, who was ready, and everything. Man, where can I start? The fight was boring. Guys, again, I'm going to ask you guys at the end. Tell me what you guys think and everything. This fight, maybe in the rematch, there's probably going to be better excitement than the first one. But for the first fight, for that to be a pay-per-view match, you know, I think it was just a little bit of a robbery. Everybody deserved their money back. The gates, you know, pay-per-view. It was just horrible. I looked at the fight over and over and over. My opinion alone, I think Hopkins did not want to fight Chad. You know, we all know Hopkins is he's a real crafty fighter. He's not a power puncher fighter. He likes to break you down. He's real technical. He's really good at his craft. With that being said, you know, I'm a big Hopkins fan, guys, but Hopkins is a dirty fighter. I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. Of course, you guys tell me what's up at the end, but Hopkins is a dirty fighter. You know, the guy is real rugged. He's real old school. But even with the old school, I can't put him with those greats because he's dirty. The guy finds a way to hit you dirty. Referee's not looking, and he just bends all that. And at the same time, I guess I got to give him his credit because if the referee don't see it and he does it in a way where the referee can catch it, then more kudos to him. But for a living legend at this time right now, he doesn't want to be really going down into the Hall of Fame as a dirty fighter. He wants to be known more as a crafty fighter. And a technical fighter, and he's just shying away from that a lot. Chad Dawson in the first fight came in really hungry. That guy came in to fight. He wasn't looking for anything. I saw Bernard Hopkins, you know, throw his signature jab, maybe a right, missing here and there, but then grabbing a lot. There was a lot of holding. I guess his strategy in that fight was to Pac shot him early in the runs and probably tie him down later on and then really get off. That's when Hopkins pretty much dominated. He's always in the second half of a fight. But the first fight, you guys seen a really hungry Chad Dawson. He wanted to throw some combos. He was landing some good shots. And then what the fuck happened? Hopkins jumps in this guy's back. I saw the video. I saw Chad Dawson throw him off his back. And at the same time, I saw him like grab or cliff his right leg and just toss him off. Whether it was intentional or it wasn't intentional, like at the end of the day, it was all frustration. Chad Dawson was crazy frustrated. Hopkins got in his head big time. Hopkins frustrated him. Hopkins played a little dirty. The referee didn't really see anything. So in any fighter's mind, and I'm a fighter myself. Because I speak of that. I'm a martial art instructor. I've done a lot of fights, so I'm just speaking off of that. Of course, it's boxing. You know, either way, nobody respects a dirty fighter, and if referee doesn't catch it, you know, you like to take matters into your own hand. I don't think Chad Dawson, what he did was so much as to inflict pain on Bernard Hopkins, where he kind of shoved him off and he clipped his leg. I think it was just so much because of the fact that Hopkins was grabbing so much. And Pac shot at him, coming down with his head low. It's just little smart veteran, little dirty tactics that Hopkins is good for. And again, guys, I'm a big Hopkins fan, but I gotta keep it real with y'all. It just frustrated the hell out of Chad Dawson. I think Hopkins deserves the L, even though they changed everything, they revert everything around. They gave Hopkins back the belt. I think he really deserves the L. Hopkins got up talking about he couldn't lift his hand. He said that he didn't want us to keep fighting. I've had shoulder injuries in my previous fights before, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this is just out of experience. If you feel that you have a dislocated shoulder, which Hopkins in that fight claimed that it did, that it popped out, right? And he was, looking to the side, pointing to a little lump on his shoulder. We all got that. All of us has like a little lump. I may have big shoulders on my top, so maybe a little different, but we all have that. When you slim and everything, we all get to see that little lump on top of right next to your little bone right now. That's what that was. It wasn't a lump. His arm wasn't dislocated. If his arm was dislocated in that fight, and I challenge you guys, watch the fight again if you guys want to, because I know it's a boring fight. He lifts his shoulder. He looks to the side. He lifts his shoulder. You can't do that with a dislocated fight. Absolutely not. There's no way in the world that could happen. That's why I feel that Hopkins, pretty much for the long run, really didn't want the fight. He didn't want to fight the fight. I saw Chad connect once or twice. When I saw Chad connect once or twice, we saw Hopkins get on his pedestal a little bit and run, and then started doing the hold it again. So let me know what you guys think about this fight. The rematch, I favor Dawson in this one. He's the younger, more stronger. He came into this fight hungry the first time. He's coming into this fight to just prove a point. He's not even just want to go in there and just say, hey, you know what, I'm just going to beat him down and everything. He wants to prove another point. He wants to expose Hopkins. Hopkins is out there. We all know Hopkins. He has a good. He's like a little Floyd. He likes to promote. He talks a lot of shit. He gets in his fighter's head. He's done it to just about every fighter, from the biggest upset like Trinidad, and got into every other fighter. De La Hoya as well. Jean Pascal, same thing. Like every other fight, Jermaine Taylor. Even though Jermaine Taylor won two of those fights, which in my opinion, he lost the first fight, but he did take the second. Hopkins got into every fighter's head. Kelly Pavlik, all of them. So he did the same thing with Chad Dawson the first fight. He got in his face and everything. Chad Dawson was being kind of humble, kept it quiet, but he kept it real at the same time. He said, once we go in the ring, we're gonna see what's good. And I favor Dawson in this fight. He looks like he's the bigger fighter. He walks around at somewhere around 185, maybe 190, or possibly 200. Who knows? But I know definitely 185, 190, and he cuts down to 175 to make the light heavyweight. So I know Hopkins doesn't walk around at 200. Maybe at tops he probably walk around maybe 187, because he likes to stay in shape when he does work out. Even when he's not working out, he likes to stay real good top shape for an older guy. The guy's remarkable. But gotta give him his credit. What credit is just due. Again, I favor Dawson in this. I don't see a knockout, but I won't be surprised if there is a knockout. And the reason I say that was because when he fought G. Pascal the first time around, Pascal knocked him down with a good left hook. And Hopkins he's a mischief. He got up saying it was a trip, but he got knocked down. And Dawson punches a lot harder than Pascal does, way harder. And he's a more cleaner, more technical, more combined, more overall fighter, more rounded fighter. He throws more combinations. So I won't be surprised if there's a knockout. I don't see it happening in this fight, guys. You guys tell me what's up. But I won't be surprised, is what I'll say. As for Hopkins, he's out. You know, he's promoted, of course, his fight. He's talking a lot of crap. He's saying a lot of stuff to justify what happened the first time. I don't think he wanted to. To me, he just didn't want to fight the first time. He's in this fight because they made him take the fight. They mandatory made the fight. Um, Golden Boy promotion keeps saying, listen, there was other opportunities. There are opportunities. He didn't have to fight Chad Dawson, but if he would have fought Chad Dawson in the courts, they would have stripped him of his title. So let's keep that real. They covered up saying they didn't have to fight Chad Dawson when they reversed the decision and they gave back the title to Hopkins. But Chad Dawson was the #1 mandatory fighter. So if he would have fought Dawson, he would have lost his title. And right now, Hopkins is no longer fighting for the legacy. I don't believe he's fighting for legacy no more. He's gonna make the most money with a title belt. If you have the title, there's more challenges coming your way, and there's more money coming your way. If he loses the title, let's face it, guys, we don't want to see Hopkins around that much longer fighting the up and coming stars. We want to see better fights. There are better fights. There are bigger fights. There's a lot more younger talent out there. Hopkins is fighting these younger talents is a good way to put an older lion with a younger lion, but Hopkins does not have exciting fights. So, you know, the first fight was it was like a bum pay-per-view sell, and then it made even 100,000. I think maybe 100,000, but you know, Hopkins is not a pay-per-view draw anymore. He's an HBO fighter at best. So tell me what you guys think. I don't want to hold this up. I say Chad Dawson by 12. I won't be surprised if there's a knockout for Dawson, but I don't see Hopkins winning this fight. I see a lot of grabbing. I see a lot of puck shots. If Dawson does get caught in the game, and I'll say this but, because there's a but. If Dawson gets caught in the Hopkins hoopla, he gets frustrated, and you know he just loses it, then I see Hopkins winning, hands down. Hopkins is the master at that. But you guys tell me what you guys think again. My call, Dawson at 12. Unanimous decision, the new champion. Hopkins will probably still fight later on. He'll probably do it one more time, maybe two more times. I don't see too much left in Hopkins for him to even prove a point. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a legend. And he's going into the promotion side. So I hope to God if Dawson wins this fight, there's no rematch. We don't need to see that. But again, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I want to hear from you guys. Please click in. Tell me if you like it or not. Let me hear from you guys. We'll talk some more. My next comment coming down will be about the Mayweather-Cotto face-off. I'll give you guys some opinions on that. You guys let me know what you guys think. Again, this is Louis, the Fighter G. Have a good one.